Good day, everyone. My name is HTSFVIMP, and I'll be your anchor for today. You're all welcome to the 7th edition of the Hilton Top Solicitors Female Virtual Internship. Before we move on, I'd like to give a special thanks to everyone here for making it up to the 10th day of this session and to the speaker for today. Now, I would like to hand over to Mrs. Deborah Enyone Oni to read the profile of the speaker for today. Thank you.
All right, welcome ladies to the 10th day of this 7th edition again. Today we're happy to have with us a great industry expert in the product management space and a highly and a very valuable person to me. He's also my mentor. And ladies, it will interest you to know that he's a great supporter of this platform and has been always availing himself to take the various editions and the various cohorts of this program. I really appreciate him a lot. And before I give the floor to him, I'm going to read his profile before he takes over. Okay, today we have with us Mr. Oluwaseun Adekombi. Seun is a seasoned product manager who brings a wealth of experience and expertise to the table with a passion for product innovation and a knack for strategic planning. Seun is at the forefront of driving successful product development. His journey as a product manager is defined by a deep understanding of user needs, market research, and agile methodologies. Seun firmly believes that collaboration and effective communication are the cornerstones of achieving product excellence. Seun is committed to guiding and empowering individuals aspiring to make their mark in the dynamic world of product management. With experience across different industries and sectors, he understands what it takes to take products from ideation to global excellence. He currently volunteers as a mentor at Web Ladies Community and her Tech Trail Academy, impacting over 1,000 young people. Ladies, I know that this is an abridged profile. This is not the full profile because I know that he's been on and on this platform helping us to build these young, amazing, emerging tech women. And I mean, this is all for free from his wealth of expertise, of knowledge. He dishes all this out for free to us. So I know that this summary, this profile I have read now is an abridged version. So it doesn't have all the details, at least with his name and how he volunteers on this platform also to be able to build the amazing women on this platform. And our success story cannot be complete without having recourse to people like Mr. Seun Adekombi. So with your emojis and your chat in the chat box, please help me welcome Mr. Seun Adekombi. And ladies, please go to the platform to remind others to join this session right away, because we will not be wasting the precious time of our great speaker here today. So we're starting while we give the rest a nudge to join the call. Thank you, Mr. Seun. We're glad to have you today. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Deborah. It's always a pleasure. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. Yeah? Can you hear me loud and clear, right? Can you hear me? Is it audible?
Hello?
Yeah, am I audible? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, very well.
Okay, loud and clear, right? Okay, awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much, Deborah, for that very, very kind intro. And no, it's not the abridged version, or it's the but yeah, I mean, it's such a pleasure to I've been able to, consistently, be a part of groups that impact young people. Of all the platforms I have mentored, right, this particular one is one I don't even joke with, because I mean it allows me to, teach a very dynamic set of people, special individuals, like I call it. So I'm very excited to do this again in this edition. And I also, like I always do, like my usual, ritual, I really want you to um, take a moment to reflect on this, because I mean, one thing this platform has done, right, is give young people, right, an opportunity to learn something they wouldn't have learned in the four walls of a classroom, right? And Deborah championing this has been, very excellent. I can imagine the number of people that have gotten jobs from this platform, the number of people that have gotten scholarships, and open, the fact that they can try out new opportunities as a result of learning new things during this program. I think it's really exciting, and I wouldn't stop supporting this vision. Thank you, Deborah, for that. Thank you. God bless you. All right, so let's dive in. Let's dive in. So I'll be sharing my screen in a bit, and we'll be looking at our conversations for today. Right, very interesting topic. Let me know if you can see my screen. Is my screen
Yes,
visible now?
yes, it is.
All right, awesome, awesome. So we're looking at a very interesting topic, right? Legal practice and product management, right? And then while looking at it across three spectrum, we're looking at the past, the present, and the future, right? So legal practice and product management, and we're looking at it from three spectrum: the past, present, and the future. So okay, let me just give you a little bit of introduction, just so you perhaps have an understanding of where I'm coming from. Um, in the past couple of years, I have worked as a product manager and as a growth expert, and I've been able to work across different uh, types of organizations, from startups to multi-billion dollar organizations, right? And one thing I'm able to tell you is I've seen it all. I've seen what it takes to build a successful product. I have seen like errors, I've seen failures, I've seen um, near misses, right? And I understand, like, when someone tells you product management in Nigeria, I think I can, give you a little, understanding of how you can thrive in the space, right? So, a number of products I've worked on, some of them I've been able to garner up to 100,000 users. Some of these products have also won global awards. There was one that got an award from the Central Bank of Nigeria as the most financial inclusive product. And a number of products that I've actually worked on, be it mobile, web, USSD, blockchain. I have a number of years of experience working across this industry. So I want you to know that I'm going to be bringing that wealth of knowledge to the call today. And I also want you to be able to ask questions, because a number of things that you might not know, I'm sure you're on Twitter or on Instagram, you hear product management and you're like, what does it entail? Right? I want you to write your questions down towards the end of the call. You're free to ask them. And even if it's outside of what we're teaching, it's okay. You can always ask, and I'll be happy to, give you some exposition, within the short time that we have. Right? So next thing I would like to do is meet you, right? The participants. I know a number of you are joining from different parts of Nigeria, but I would also love to make this interactive. So, you know, do you mind? I don't know. Is it okay to unmute? Do they have permissions to unmute, or they can just put it on
Yes,
the
if
chat?
you
Okay, they can unmute,
okay,
right?
if you want them to unmute, yes, I can go ahead and then unmute whoever indicates with the raise of the virtual hand, because leaving it open, we get a lot of distraction. I had to mute
Yeah.
when I joined there. Yes. So
Okay.
whoever you need to speak can just indicate with a raise of the hand.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. So, I would like to hear you. So, this is what I want you to tell me: your name, where you're joining from, and what you're looking forward to. Maybe a little understanding of what you know about product management. In brief. But I just want to really know, the types or the caliber of participants I have on the call today. So, please, by the raising of your virtual hand, right? Please do that, and let's hear you. So just in a few seconds, tell me who you are, what you do, or probably what university you are, joining in from. I'd love to meet you. So who's going first? Who would like to go first? Or you could also put that in the chat as well. I think if the moderator could also help with reading it, because I can't see the screen at the moment. But either you
Nixoma
raise your hand.
raised
All
her
right,
hand.
all right, go ahead, Ijoma.
Okay, good morning. My name is Nesomachi Erugo. I'm a law graduate, and what I basically understand about project management is the business or like a process of developing a particular product or just planning a specific strategy for a product or a service.
Very good attempt. Thank you very, very much, Ijoma. Thank you. All right, who else? Nice to meet you, Joma. I'd like to meet more people. Who else would like to go? Just raise your hand or put it in the chat, either of the two. Let's have at least two more people. Then we dive in.
Okay, we have Deborah. Deborah, go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, Deborah. Go ahead. Deborah, are you there? Oh, okay. I think you are far from your device, or it's breaking a bit. Deborah,
Good
do you want
afternoon.
to speak now?
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I said that I am Enyone Deborah. I'm a student of Redeemers University, and the concept of product management is novel to me. So I'm looking forward to learning to getting exposed to it and seeing how I can incorporate it. Yeah, as a person, particularly as a member of a student-run organization that educates people on the law. So that's basically my introduction.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you for that intro. Thank you very much. All right. Pleasure to meet you, Deborah. Do we have any more persons before we proceed?
Yes, we have Elizabeth.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes. Hi, Elizabeth.
Yes, I'm doing well. I'm Elizabeth, and 200 level for law students from OAU, and I'm also a product designer. So what I know about product management is that they are kind of like the people that ensure that the product development goes smoothly from the beginning and to the end, and they create strategies for everyone to follow and ensure that everyone is working well and ensure that the whole product goes well. So that's what I know. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Very good attempt. Right. Thank you for that. Right. So it means that on the call today, we have people who are getting to hear about this for the very first time. Then we have people who have intermediate knowledge, and then we have people that have like a very strong grasp. Now, there's going to be something for all of you across our board during this session, right? So, thank you for everyone that has introduced themselves. Let's dive in, right? So, I would like to illustrate my session today by using some sort of symbolism or metaphors or like things that can actually represent what I'm saying. And this is going to be very engaging. So I want you to really open your mind. I want you to think deep and wide, right? There is no wrong or right answer, but I just want you to give yourself an opportunity to um, learn something new, right? Now, looking at this house, right? A lot of things will come into your mind. Remember, we were talking about product management and law practice, present, past, and future. Now, let's go into the past, right? And let's look at a typical house, right? Probably this house was in the 1960s or 1950s, depending on the age. But Obviously, they don't build houses like this anymore, right? These are like, houses that have lasted over like 50 to 100 years, right? Now, I have a question, and I want you to answer me. You can put this in the chat as well, or you can unmute. But I would love if maybe the moderator could help me with reading if they put it in chat. So, what kind of technology would be used in this type of house? So, looking at this type of house, right? Imagine you were in that time, that age when this house was built and when people lived here, right? What type of tech or what type of technology do you think this house would have, right? Any answer? Would this kind of house have, like, for instance, an air conditioner? Would it have like a smart TV? So I want you to give me like answers of what you think the tech of this age was like, right? Any type of example, I'd appreciate it. You can put it in the chat, feel free. And you could also raise your hand if you like to speak. What type of technology would this type of house have at that time in the past, right? Would it have a washing machine? Do we have any responses in the chat?
Yes, sir, we do.
Okay, please go ahead. Can you hear me read them out?
Okay. Deborah said a fireplace.
A fireplace. Fantastic. All right. Who else again?
Ogbonna said analog.
Okay. Yeah. Very good. All right. Who else again?
Senelli said most likely landlines for phone call.
Yeah. Exactly. Right. Then who else again? What else do we have there?
Odutoye said black and white TV.
Oh, great. Okay. Very good attempt. It seems a lot of you on this call are very old, right? Because that's a very good, but yes, thank you very much for those inputs. Do we have any more before I continue quickly?
Yes, sir, we do.
Please go ahead. You can read all of them.
Okay. Grace said mechanical tech machine that do not require electricity.
Great. Very.
And
Okay, go ahead.
the last one, two last ones. Odutoye said CDs.
Okay. All right. Who else
And
again?
someone else said the house would have simply technology like CRTVs, radios, and very simple gadgets.
Fantastic. We have a lot of brilliant people on the call today. I'm very happy. Thank you very much for that contribution. You're all very correct, right? Now, what this means is that yes, technology existed, but the form in which they existed was different, right? And it was based on the understanding at that time, right? So there was tech, but tech wasn't as fully formed like we know it, right? People were already thinking about how do they optimize their processes, how do they make people's lives better, how do they create tools or solutions that can help people, solve problems. But at that time, based on the knowledge of research they had, right, based on the extent of breakthroughs in technology, they were able to create those types of solutions that you had all just mentioned, right? Now, looking at this, right? Now, this is the modern day house, right? And typically, the modern day house is everything you think about right now. You have your rechargeable fan, you have your smart TV, you have your, you have a lot of things. You have your smart blenders, you have, you're living in a house that is smart, literally. Your doors opened by a button, your windows open by a button. You have a CCTV in the house where you can, you're in the sitting room, but you want to know what the kids are doing in their rooms. You can, check the camera, a lot of things, right? And that's the world we live in today. Now think about it. Look at how that has evolved. Technology still exists, but the form and shape has taken a new form, right? Now, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Now let's now travel into the future, right? Let's take our minds far. Let's go on a journey together. What do you think houses in the future would be like, right? In the next 50 to 100 years? Who can tell me what type of technology you think would exist at that time? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat, or you could raise your hand to be allowed to speak. So, but I'd like to hear your thoughts. Houses in the future, what do you think would be different? What would they have? What would stand out? Right? Feel free to put it in the chat. Moderator, do we have anyone?
Not yet, sir. Oh, someone is raising their hand.
All right, please go ahead. Yes, please go ahead if and unmute the person.
Okay, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I'm thinking with the human beings, like we wouldn't move anymore because
No,
I
sorry,
mean
you're
robots.
breaking. Do you mind starting again, but be closer to your device and maybe speak a little louder? Go ahead.
Okay.
Now.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I said I think human beings won't really move anymore because I mean even these days robots are taking the scene. So I think they'd be more common then and
Mm.
they basically do everything a human could do. So human beings would literally be nearly dormant. We might not move more. Yeah. So that's what I think.
Okay, thank you. Very, very interesting perspective. Very good. We get you. We're getting lazier by the age, right? But then
Yeah.
I like your thought process in the sense that everything will be automated. But let's hear more. Let's hear more of your thoughts. Who else would like to tell me what they think the house of the future would look like? Who else?
There's another hand.
Yes, please go ahead. I'll mute and you can speak. Anyone? Okay. Please unmute and speak if your hand is raised, or you can put it in the chat as well.
Okay, sir, there are some in the chat.
All right, please go ahead.
Um, someone said Internet of Things.
Internet of Things. Good, good, good. Okay, good. Any more?
Yes. Mobolaji said, I feel it will be a mixture of older style with a bit of technology.
Good, good. I think a number of you are already living in the future, actually, right? So I'm very happy to get your takes on this. But let's admit it. Let's agree on something. Things will change, right? The world as we know it will change in the very close future, right? With the advancements in a number of things, whatever the house of the future would be like, we definitely know it's going to be far from what it looks like today, right? So that takes me to product management. Now, you see, all of these things you've mentioned, right? All of these innovations, right? The smart TV, smartphones, all of those things, they're products, right? They are technology products, right? And if a product exists, it means that there has to be someone who has probably conceptualized the idea of the product, or someone that is managing the development cycle of that product, right? So see how we've said, oh, from black and white TV, smart TVs, and probably in the future, maybe the TVs would be transparent, right? Same technology, but it has evolved over centuries, over time, right? Same product, but a different form or a different user experience. Now, at every time you see this evolution in tech, at every time there's a new type of solution that is dished out, there is that person that is thinking about it. There's that person that is fine-tuning it. There's that person that tests it with users, that writes down the requirements, that executes, that brings it to life, right? So typically, that's what you would call that's the concept of product management, really, right? The person that conceptualizes, that manages the life cycle, that takes it from concept to market, right? Take it from thoughts to go to the market, what you now currently use, you being able to buy it, right? So now we already understand what a product is. A product is typically, it could be a software, it could be hardware, it could be anything at all, right? But as far as it is something that is improved over time, as far as it's something that solves a problem, as far as it's something that takes the user from being unhappy, right? From the state of unhappiness to the state of happiness and satisfaction, right? That is what a product is. So for instance, you open your WhatsApp in the morning, you were bored, but after reading some messages, now you're happy, you're smiling, right? It's a product, right? Taking away some sort of, in our daily life, we use a number of products, right? It could be your Bible mobile app, it could be your maybe law pavilion, your school's websites. All of these things are products, software, hardware, whichever interface, as far as it offers a solution to something, right? I hope that's really clear. And as far as it fulfills a desire or a need for customers. Now, right, what is product management, right? Is the study of the process of developing a product, right? So a product manager literally researches, plans, releases, builds, optimizes, right? Because optimization is very important. That's the process of you iterating, like evolving. So you say, oh, now users are aware of AI. Can I build a TV that responds to AI, that you can, by your voice, you can change the stations, all of that. So optimization, right? That's a key job of a product manager. You are basically, looking back into the product cycle, learning from the market, learning from customers, taking it back into the product, developing it so that it becomes better, right? Typically, that's what a product manager does, right? And you can see it's a very big task, right? It's a very big task because while you're executing this, you are going to be dealing with people, you're going to be working with engineers, you'll be working with mobile software, front end, back end developers. You're going to be working with stakeholders like the CEO, or a number of people, sales, marketing. You're going to be interfacing with a number of people because they believe that you are at the heart of the product, right? And you know what the product should be like. So they will always interface with you on, oh, we need a guide, we need a tool, or how can we solve a problem like this, right? Because you manage the life cycle of that product. So that strategically speaks to, product management, right? If you go further, you would say product management acts as the bridge between the company's vision and the customer's requirements, ensuring that the product developed aligns with the market demands and company goals, right? So meaning that you are tracking the goals of the organization, and then you are ensuring that the goals of the organization and the needs of the users align, right? You don't want to build something that the company does not find as an objective. You also don't want to build something that users do not find as relevant, right? So it means that you are basically managing that relationship. What do my users need? What is our company trying to achieve? Where can we be profitable? How can we make more money from this product? Those are the questions you ask yourself as a product manager, right? So now let's now take it a notch higher, right? What was product management like in the past, right? What we say product management today. In the past, what was it like? Oh, sorry. In the past, what was it called, right? So typically, right, a lot of not decades ago, right, the person that served as a product manager was more or less the inventor, or more or less the person, the CEO or the entrepreneur. These are the people that assume that role at first, because they are the ones that think about the product, they're the ones that carry the vision, they're the ones that try to source for capital and all of that. Now, after some time, right, things began to change. People realized, okay, I have a team building this. I can hire an IT administrator. I can hire someone who works as IT support, or I can hire a brand manager, right? So people started to realize, okay, there's someone that should at least talk about the brand, or talk about, like, that supports the product, or that administrates the product. So there were different names for it, IT support, brand management, IT administration. There were so many ways people just try to feel like, okay, there has to be someone who is really critical to this infrastructure that we're building, right? Then after a while, we now had the thing called project management. So project management now became a thing. Like, okay, let's have someone that manages the scope. Let's have someone that manages the timeline, that manages the budget, that manages, the resources, right? So it now became a thing that, okay, people realize that, oh, we need a manager whenever we have our solutions, someone that can just ensure that we keep to time, right? Now, after some time, as things began to evolve, people realized that, okay, a project manager doesn't really interface with users. A project manager doesn't even know what if this product is really making customers happy or sad. And guess what? Businesses realize that they keep spending millions of dollars, and it's more or less they are not feeling the pulse of the market. They don't know what competitors are doing, So product management now became a thing that, okay, let's have someone that is central to the product. You are managing the scope, you're managing the budget, you're managing your resources, but you're also listening to customers. You're also listening to the stakeholders. You're also engaging every of the full circle of the product, right? You're planning the go-to-market plan, which normally the project manager doesn't do. So it now became a thing. People became more conscious about the fact that, oh, we need product managers whenever we, create products, right? And that's what it is, right, in the modern day. Now, fast forward to today, right? The age we live in, right? Now, product management has even evolved a lot further, right? You are going to hear some people, they'll tell you, oh, I am a technical product manager. Another person will tell you, oh, I am a growth product manager. Another person will also tell you, I'm a data-led product manager, right? So now, we now realize that it hasn't stopped there. Product management has evolved even a lot more, right? People are now niching down. In fact, we have people that go as far as saying they are blockchain focused product managers, right? Or research led. So that is the current state of product management today, right? And in fact, it will be interesting to know that I'm sure in some clients they will have some product managers that are compliance focused, maybe compliance focused product managers, depending on the niche and depending on how critical it is. So the truth is that there's some constant change in the field, right? I mentioned a number of these things. Technical product managers are the ones that manage the technical aspects, dealing with it. They have engineering background in some sort, right? Then growth product managers are the ones that manage the funnel, right? User acquisition, retention, overall product growth. Then UX PMs, they're the ones that manage the user experience, functionality and design. Then data product managers are the ones that manage the product decisions, optimizing for performance, understanding user behavior. So a number of things. People started to draft out, niches, people started to niche down, right? And you now ask yourself, what are the roles of a product manager, right? There are a number of roles. First of all, you're the one that sets up the product vision. You're the one that manages strategy. You're the one that you does the market research or the user research. You're the one that manage the development processes, right? You're prioritizing the backlogs. You're the ones that assign tasks like, oh, you do this today, you do this tomorrow. I want this done in 2-3 days because our customers need it. So you're managing those sprint timelines. Then you're prioritizing, what should we do first, what should we do next, right? You're doing all of those prioritization. Then you're monitoring the launching and the marketing processes as well. You're monitoring the product performance, you're advocating for users. So you're like a typical day, right? When you ask a product manager, what does your day look like? Trust me, it's so very much undetermined because today you might be doing user interviews. Tomorrow you are doing user testing. Next tomorrow. So if you're looking for a challenge or you're looking for something exciting in tech that is is not code based, but is mentally challenging, you want something that is strategic, highly strategic, and that tasks your mind, right? Product management is that thing, right? Maybe in the course of you studying law, you realize that, oh, you are very tilted towards solving problems and you're the type of person that innovates a lot, right? Probably there's some sort of product management skill inside of you, right? So you are at the center of the tech, the business, and the user experience, right? Now let's go to the third leg of it. What is the future of product management, right? Um, we've talked about the past, right? We've talked about the present. Now let's look at what the future of product management will be like, right? Now, a number of things will change, right? Quite a number of things will change. One of the things we'll know is the adoption of AI, right? Machine learning, the advancement in data analytics, right? The advancement in data analytics, and then the fact that product managers are now being conscious of data privacy, compliance, and having a knowledge of frameworks, right? So, for instance, I'm sure you've heard of startups that, the CBN had, either seized their license or banned for some reasons, right? Now, that's a lot of money going down the drain. Why is that? It's because these people didn't probably do their due diligence. They didn't know what the law said about their technology. They didn't know, they didn't do proper research on, what is the ambit of the law that allows them to function, right? So I feel product management will begin to evolve in future. It's going to be much more conscious of the economy, right? And it's going to be led by the advancements such as AI, such as Internet of Things, and a number of things, right? So now the next question you now ask yourself is, what should you expect, right? You've graduated from law, or you're currently studying law, or you're even about to start, or depending on what stage you are in, right? You're thinking, oh, I'm part of this virtual internship. I joined this virtual internship because I want to really understand what emerging tech is. I want to really know how I can connect my knowledge of law, with emerging technology, right? So the question is, what should you do next? What opportunities are available for you, right? So the first one is legal opportunities, right? Which are, even while you're wearing your wig and your gown, right? There's some opportunities that are cut out for you in tech, right? Right. Specifically for someone who has a legal background, right? Without you having to transition, right? You can actually work in tech. So the first one is you can work as a compliance and risk analyst. You can become the intellectual property expert. You can even be a product counsel, right? You can manage the ethics and sustainability of the product. There's so many organizations that invest a lot in people that do like corporate governance, government relations. In fact, most startups have someone that manages their contracts, that reads their contracts, that handles business registration, that handles equity sharing, right? Because in tech, there's this thing of buying and selling of your stake, right? So you can become an equity expert, IT, you're still a lawyer, but you're niching down, you're narrowing it down to something that is relatable in the modern day, right? You can become a regulatory affairs specialist, a data privacy officer, and a number of things, right? So you see that the opportunities are endless for you as a lawyer. Now, the other thing is you can also decide to build legal products, right? So you're still a lawyer, right? But you realize that, oh, how about if there's a solution that helps people to foresee the chances of them winning a case? And then you create a product that does that. Or you say, oh, let me create a product that helps them to research on cases. And maybe when they search for a keyword, they are able to read all of those case files, right? So, or maybe something that handles definition, or something that breaks down legal terminologies in simple terms. Or you hear that, oh, people are always saying they don't know how to read legal documents, and you create a software that helps people to interpret legal documents so that they can know the implications, right? Oh, they're saying legal documents are like 20, 100 pages. And then you're like, okay, why can't I create a solution that helps people understand the risk, like in no time? Just upload the file and you can know the clauses you need to, pay attention to, right? I think I'm giving people some new ideas in this class, right? So if you can bring up solutions as a lawyer, right, who has a strong knowledge of tech, right? So compliance tools, legal tech solutions, contract automation. You can build a solution that helps with automating the drafting and the management process of contracts. That, okay, once you sign a contract, it is stored on the software, and then it reminds you of the due date. That, oh, this contract is due to be renewed in 2 days or 3 days. So you can create solutions that actually solve problems for lawyers, right? AI powered legal analytics. These are very interesting solutions you can come up with, right? Now, the final part. Final part is transitioning, right? You can now say, oh, for me, I actually want to transition fully into product management. I want to, move from being a lawyer to like a different career path in tech, right? And for you to do this, obviously you need to acquire some certifications, you need to take some courses, right? You need to enroll for a number of product management courses. You also need to be a part of some product management communities, right? Because that way you get to learn about opportunities available. You need to network more, right? You need to be part of industry events. You need to be a part of online communities, right? You need to seek mentorship, right? So just like you've done in this program, for you to enlist for this program, it means that you also, you are learning, you are networking with people, you're also networking with your coaches, a number of things, right? You are gaining experience, you are getting your hands dirty, you're trying a number of things. While you're learning this, you're also trying to learn some things on your own, gathering your own experience, right? So those are the steps required to transition, right? And a number of transferable skills. The number of transferable skills. So, for instance, your communication skills as a lawyer is very needed in product management, right? People need someone who can communicate, who can break things down for them, who can analyze the case, the bull case, the bear case, and the base case. What happens if we do this? What happens if we don't do this, right? So your knowledge as a lawyer is even very needed in tech, right? Negotiation skills, attention to detail, problem solving, regulatory knowledge. These are skills that are needed in tech, right? That you might have today, and these are transferable skills. You can own for your future, right? So with that, we've come to the end of the class. I really hope you had a great time, and I hope you learned something new today. If you're willing to learn more, if you're willing to ask questions in future, or you want to like keep tabs, or you want to say, Mr. Shale, should I take this course? Mr. Shale, I have this interview. What do you suggest? You can feel free to ping me on WhatsApp, which is on the screen visibly, right? I might have a very tight schedule, but I always ensure that for as many students that might need support in every little way I can, I try to at least support you, right? And the good thing about it for me is that I've seen students get international jobs. I've seen students get jobs that they thought they could not get. Working in Paystack, working in Reliance, and I'm very happy when I see people who told themselves they could not do something before. They are now doing those things, right? So looking forward to supporting you on your journey as a lawyer and as an emerging tech expert. I'll also put my LinkedIn in the chat. So if you're looking to also connect on LinkedIn, feel free to do that as well. So thank you very much for your time and attention, and thank you to the organizers of this program and for this opportunity yet again, right? So I think I can take questions, right? So if you have questions, you're free to ask them now. Thank you. So if you have questions, you can put it in the chat, or you can raise your hand so that I can, they can give you permission to speak. So within the next few minutes, do we have anyone with questions or with contribution, addition? Within the next few minutes, feel free to do that. So you can use the chat or you can raise your hand. Either of the two works.
Thank you so much, sir, for this insightful session. Thank you so much for coming here to speak to the ladies and me too. So anyone who has questions, please send it to the Q&A section or just raise your hand. Thank you.
All right. Okay, I think
sir,
all right, go ahead. Sorry.
There's a question in the chat. Should I read it out?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. It's from Anoluwako. It says, how do we get courses on PM, sir?
Okay, how do we get courses on PM? Right. So there are a number of places you can learn this, right? So LinkedIn Learning, for instance, there are a number of product management courses on LinkedIn Learning, and it's free. There's entry level, there's Coursera, there's Udacity, even on YouTube, for instance. If you go on YouTube and type product management courses, you'd see catalogs of videos that can even help you and give you like an introduction, right? So these are some things you can start out with, as you grow. And I think it's going to really do you a lot of good, right? So, yeah, thank you. Do you have any more questions?
No, that's all.
That's all right. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for the opportunity once again, Deborah. Very excited. Thank you, organizers of the program, and I think I can pass the mic over to you then. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sheo. I really appreciate this. This has been highly enlightening as usual, and even better than what I have known. Every of the editions, of course, I'm always taking notes and always learning also. Ladies, like I said, he's my mentor in this product management, right? And I believe you have your notes all full, just like I have mine here, right? And this is a great person in this space that you would want to follow. You have found for yourself a mentor in this space. He's my mentor. I respect him a lot, and I appreciate his his spirit of always sharing from like the depth of his heart and always supporting this platform beyond measures, beyond understanding. I really appreciate this highly insightful session. And I know that the ladies here have all picked several lessons, not just one or two. And we expect that you go online to share your lessons. Please connect. I've also shared Mr. Sheon's LinkedIn profile here, the LinkedIn URL. I've shared it on the platform. Please connect with him and tag him in the lessons. So for any part that you don't understand, I know he will be so, like he said, I know he will be so great and magnanimous enough to oblige you when you send him questions or you need some level of direction, guidance. He will be available for you. But trust me, he has a very busy schedule. But like I said, always committed to helping us on this platform. So he'll oblige you once he's available and he sees your questions. So please go and share this wealth of knowledge that has been poured on every one of us today, and tag our great speaker, Sheon Oluwaseun rather, Adekombi. So on LinkedIn especially, and any other platform that you are that you can locate his name on it, but I know most importantly on the LinkedIn. So if you have other questions, fine, but I can see that there's no other question, and the one that was there has been read and he attended to it. And so we wouldn't want to keep him further. Feel free to connect with him. And of course, you can also see how you can take this product management further to get more clarification and then get further guidance and training through Mr. Sheo. Thank you so much. I really appreciate, and I ask that God will reward you immensely. Like, if we were to pay for this, I'm not sure we'll be able to gather the money and just afford that, right? But I really appreciate you for your commitment to supporting us to build this platform, to build the women on this platform, and using this platform to help channel, help the ladies to be able to chart the route for themselves in this digital economy. And then, of course, serving as a form of career development platform, which you're helping to build and building the next generation female legal talent in this emerging tech space. What more can we say than to say thank you, and that we really do not have the words that will sum up all the appreciation that we feel in our hearts for you. Thank you so much for these great insights and for this great support. And I ask that God will take care of everything that concerns you. We are glad to always have you on this platform. And each time you take every of the session, it sounds so new, like we've never heard you before. There are different topics we've been taking and we enjoy every one of them. Of course, for this cohort, this is the first time they are hearing you. But of course, for me, that I'm always in every of the sessions, I am always speaking different lessons. And I want to say a very big thank you to you. Ladies, please send in your emojis now, your thank you on the platform, and please share on the social media and tag him, connect with him. Also tag me and tag the firm, and show the world that you are committed to developing yourself along the lines that really matter. Like I told you, and I will always repeat, let me use the word, follow who knows the road. So he knows the road, follow him in this space. So, I mean, you can see that all these things are adding up now. They are not abstract. They are not alone that you feel, because a large number of people or of you that join the platform, you probably have no idea that all these things, there are ways that you can actually fuse your legal knowledge and expertise into it, both for those who are lawyers on this platform and the major numbers who are undergraduates and graduates. Now you can see how the dots are, connecting. And that's what the platform is, help to connect the dots in light of the emerging technology. So you can be able to find your place and then also be able to connect with industry experts along these very necessary skills that you need as a legal professional in this space. So you can network with these industry experts, get that level of guidance from them. So from the very moment they come, they are performing this two role of teaching you, to direct you and mentoring you. So you can see it's not like a session like the normal one you have in school that probably they just download something and you don't have that understanding. But he has given you a part that you know the opportunities that avail in this space. You know what the product management is all about, how you can tie it together with your legal knowledge. And then he even went as far as giving us examples, right? Along the line, you should be thinking in terms of innovation, being builders. I have told you from the onset, because what stops you from being a builder, from being a pioneer, a visionary, a leader? That's what this platform is building. Women who are empowered in the emerging technology, who are legally aware, technologically aware, business aware, and will become leaders, pioneers, champions, and being innovative and coming up with solutions that will help to be able to solve some of the real life problems that we have, both in the legal space and in the society as a whole. So thank you so much for this great work that you have done and you are always doing for this platform, Mr. Sheon. So I don't want to take your time further. Thank you. So we have come to the end of the session, and I say thank you again. I know the ladies are sending their appreciation. Yes, thank you. And they will connect with you and share the lessons and tag you. Also, I want to thank Sijibumi, the moderator for today. Also, okay, I want to thank Sijibumi for her time here today. She's on a midterm, and so she's able to join us today also for the session to moderate. Thank you, Sijibumi, and then thank you, Mr. Shiu. God bless.
So there is one more question.
Okay.
Should I read it out?
Is it on? Mr. Shiu, I understand there's one more question.
All right, can you hear me? 1 second, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, is there an echo on the background? Is there an echo?
Can you hear?
Can you hear me now? Is it better now? Can you hear me now? Is it better?
Yes.
All right. Okay, fantastic. Okay, great. Okay, so the question is, let me see. It says, let me see. It says, can you elucidate better on the UX UI part of PM, right? Is that's the question, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So now every product has an interface, right? So there's a UI UX part of a product. There is a part that users see. There's a part where they click. There's a part where they like read that. You have a lot of code happening on the back end, but users interface with your front end, right? Which is either your website or your interface. Even if it's a USSD, but there has to be something the user interfaces or touches or clicks on or types on, for instance. Now, your job as a product manager is to also manage that process, right? Because you are basically ensuring that what the users are engaging with actually relates to their understanding of their product. Because a number of times, the problems people have with the product is not even that the product is bad, but because they don't understand it or because there are bugs, right? So it's important to be able to manage that interface area, because you're really ensuring that users get the drift of the product. So that aspect takes care of the UI UX part. So sometimes even a product manager is required to do like a low fidelity wireframe or a prototype before you now probably pass it on to like a proper UI UX designer, right? So typically that takes care of that aspect. So do you have any more questions? That will be all, I guess. Is that all? Moderator. I don't know if that's perfect. All right. Okay, I think I'm good, right?
No, sir, there isn't.
Okay, there isn't. Okay, okay, fantastic. Thank you so much once again. All right. All right. Awesome. Thank you. All right.
Thank you, sir, for this insightful session. Thank you for being here today.
All right, thank you, Mr. Sheo. Do have a blessed and a lovely day. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Yes, thank you. All right, ladies, thank you for your time here today. I appreciate you all. And I ask that as you go on today to enjoy the rest of your day, that you will be able to go through this session, the materials for the session, the ones you have jotted. Excuse me, please. Okay. So the material, once he shares the slides with me, we'll share on the platform, and then you go through it again. And I'm sure from the notes that you've taken today, you're going to go through it to see how you can digest it and be able to process the information. It was highly insightful, and I know that you're already seeing the dots, where the dots connect. And so we'll be having another session tomorrow on I think okay, the flyer will be shared later. We have a session tomorrow by 12 noon also, and I know it will be for 1 hour 30 minutes also. Please remind others who do not like joining the sessions to join and partake of these great sessions that